Hey there, folks. I'm Joe Crawford of artone.com. Pretty much every day I go to CSSBattle.dev, do the daily target, and record it. Let's do that now. All right, we got shapes. We got shapes. What are the shapes? To me, you know what I think this is? I think it's two. I think it's two elements. Today, I think it's two elements, and it's a display flex. So the background is this D8, 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 which we can't collapse down to D8D, right? It repeats, but it's D8D. Yeah, it doesn't repeat in the right way. So let's do a display flex. Now we got two elements, but we don't have a width. We need a width and a height to let flex do its proper thing. So let's go 40. And to me, this is a conic. You will not be surprised. Conic gradient. I misspelled conic. So let's see, it's from minus 90 degrees. Actually, let's do it from 90 degrees for fun. And it's got an at value, probably at 50%, 40 pixels or something. Maybe it's 60, I don't know. We start, if we go 90 degrees, then we want the pink first, then we do transparent, second, and then we need the green last. So you can kind of see two elements there. I'm going to do the correct percentages, 25% there, 0 there, 75% there, and then 0. And then the second one, which we'll do the adjacency selector, we'll do scale -1. So that turns it upside down. There you go. Okay, so what do we got going on? Oh, it's a transparent. So this should be that should be 50. That's what I wanted. Oh, and not 55, 50. There it is. So that's the shape. We've basically got what we want. We don't quite have it right. 2, 3, 4. We need different margins to 10, 20, 30, 40. 40 does it. And now our widths and heights are wrong, right? So our height will make it 200, 220, 30, 230, 40. Is that right? And then our width is wrong. How about 100? How about 140? Getting there. Getting there. It looks like our at value is not correct, so we need to move it down probably 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. And then we need to make it wider, 50, 60, and that seems to be it. So we have a single element with green top, pink side, transparent, and then we do the same thing again, flipped. So that's kind of nice. Minify, unit replace. And you can bet this is one I want to do again. What's another choice for doing this guy? How about a nested template with, we'll do on the body, we'll do a conic gradient that is majority this color, 75%, and then pink. And so we see that repeat because of the quirks of how we're putting that in an HTML element. And we need to give that the right thing going on. View height, probably 100 view height and 100 view width. You know, when you get into the nested template, things get a little weird, and that's fine. We'll sort it out. I'm going to set a background of the green, and then I'm going to use margins to create that body. I know that conic gradient is bad in the background, but that's okay. We're not going to be bothered by that. 2, and I need more numbers. 0, 0. Let's do 200. and then 30, 32. And then this number here, 100 is there. 2, 9, 1, 2, 2. Great. So this is what we've made. We made that green is the body element. And then when I do a box shadow at 200 pixels, 100 pixels, there's a box shadow. So if I set a color of the green, then that's going to give that the correct color. I need to put it in the right place. And to do that, I need that to be the correct height. To do that, I need to adjust the margin bottom that's on the HTML element right now. This is on the quirky side, the way I'm doing it. That's okay. 182, great. And then these numbers are a little off. How about 170? How about 160? And then push it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've got the green in the right places. I don't like that background anymore. Plunk. So let's do an inset 1 inch, 1 inch. And that gives me what I want. So I have color and box shadow to do these greens. And then I need to figure out how to do this particular shape on the HTML element. I guess I need a 0, 0. Yeah. Um, um, and can I do auto there? So auto is showing me what the actual size of that HTML element. I believe because we have this weird size on the body and the way that element works. If I do what HTML, is it different? Yeah, so that's the same thing. So we're gonna keep that just because it's a good exercise. Let's go ahead and do 400 pixels wide and 300 pixels tall, just explicitly, and then we just move that over. Move it over, and I guess we need an at. We need an at, don't we? Yeah, at. What's the width? How about 120 pixels, and then the height is like 270 pixels. Okay, so this is what we made. Too tall, for sure, even though we don't know exactly what the height is, and not wide enough. Maybe it's 150, and then we're gonna move it over. How about 100 pixels over? And then down 50 pixels. So this is quite a different approach to the box shadow, or quite a different approach to the, how did we do it the first time? Two elements. That's what we did. Quite a different approach to get our pink guy there. All right. So I'm thinking about it too much. Let's get it right. 30, 110, 20, and then it needs to be a little wider. 160. Okay. So that's another approach. So that's the nested template, conic gradient on the HTML element, and then two box shadows to create that green. Oh, anyway, that is not working at all. Ha ha ha. Why? Because this is a reminder that I'm in Chromium. I'm not in a Chromium-based browser. So we're gonna keep to it, and we're gonna say the body needs that. I'm going to remove this. And that keeps what I want, like so. And then I'm going to make this the P tag. And I need to give him a height, 40 or something. So now I've got those two elements. They're in the wrong place. It's kind of a bummer. So I'm going to set margins for that. How about margin 20, 0, 0, 0. So this needs to go 30. So because I use Safari, I insist on using Safari. Sometimes my solutions don't work correctly in the Chrome backend, even though visually I matched it. It's just not quite right. 180, 190, 192, and then the height is 50, 60, 70, 80. The numbers are still correct. So when I submit this should be at 100%. So I need to add different things. I needed to add different things to make that work. And that's 100% match. So let's minify and unit replace. And that's our second way to do that today. And that's a fun one. That's cool. 10 minutes worth of CSS and HTML and having a bit of fun. And that's a better score too. Bit of margins, bit of height, setting a color, and then the box shadow. The box shadow, so the inset is 1 inch, 1 inch. That's a nice short set of code. I could do 1,000 pixels. That would work just as well. There's all kinds of numbers that would work correctly, but in terms of, I need to write short code for a code golf. That's one way to go. All right. Hope you're doing well out there. Go write some CSS. Go write some HTML. Go make a web page. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. And I'll see you again sometime.